Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Time to Roll. This is Campaign 1, Episode 46. Um, as you can see, there is no green screen like I promised. Uh, Problem is that I just can't get the right mounts for it. It's being a bit of a pain in the butt. Um, yeah, those are fine. Okay. Apologies. Talking to my brother. He's going picking up dinner for everybody here in the house. Um, so, uh, few things. Green screen is coming. It's really just a matter of my dad and I finding the time, or my brother and I guess he's here, finding the time and the right hardware to get it safely mounted into the ceiling. The problem I'm running into is that how this house was built back, God, at this point, it would have been 35 years ago. Uh, the person who was building it was built by owner type house, and the way he did the ceilings is really strange. So there's not as many studs to put in, uh, like good screws to keep up a 20-30 pound green screen. So we're trying to find workarounds for that. Um, Thanks, Mousy. Yeah, okay. But yeah, there's not a whole lot to go over. We have a full house today for the first time in a long time. So let's get into it. Hopefully it'll be fun. Your studs are 24 inch, dude. They did it kind of weird. So it's like they did like it's almost like a checker pattern, and for like half the ceiling, and then there's just like gaps where it's like literally like 60 inches of nothing. It's just drywall because they cheaped out. So that's the issue I'm running into, and trying to hang a 30-pound green screen where I have to have enough support to pull it down it's rough. But anyways, enough about that. Um, just an update on that because that will immediately upgrade this stream setup. So I'm excited about that. But let's get into the story. We have a lot to go over, and let's go do it. What am I doing? That's what I'm doing. I've been doing this for like a year and a half now. I figure I know what buttons to hit, right?
Fine. Take go.
Yeah, Zach does seem like the type of person who would screw a bunch of studs.
Yeah, probably.
Damn.
He's been drinking, but his face is so red. You've been drinking, boy?
No, I've been
How
out.
much you had to drink tonight?
I've been outside since 11:30. Leave me alone.
It's humid as hell here.
We need to talk about your drinking problem.
It's
Yeah, you got a lot of drinking, boy.
it's like 95% humidity and 80 degrees with the sun out. It fucking sucks.
Welcome to Alcoholics Anonymous.
At least you're not in
Factory.
Texas.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. You got Greg Abbott there.
Well, I meant like it's 109 there.
Oh Jesus. Yeah. No.
The
Yeah.
first time I went to
Whoa.
Arizona, it was 120 the entire week I was there.
Awful.
I
Awful.
hated everything.
So bad. Well, everybody. We'll go with a little bit of a recap real quick, since some people did miss last session. And then we will get on with the game. So last we left off, in search of aid from your old traveling companion, Alan, the Sage of the Black Run Forest. You traveled onto one of the few charted paths running through the forest outside of Keister. In search of him, you did battle with the flora and fauna of the Black Run Forest, where after some quick thinking from your resident druids, you're able to defeat one of the many ancient ents that call the Black Run Forest home. After some shenanigans with the bridge crossing the branch of the Stilta River that rolls through the forest, with Ori being Ori for a brief moment, you were reunited with your good friend Alan. Right on the other side of the bridge, he had seemed to pick up on the the disturbance in the forest enough to come and check out what was going on. Afterwards, you followed him back to his quaint little hovel of a home that was hidden in illusion magic, placed by himself. There, you entered into his home and were offered all sorts of baked goods, pastries. Alara was offered freshly squeezed apple juice.
Happy juice.
And you all started to discuss your planned journey ahead and why you were needing to find Alan and seek out his help. After describing to him the events of the world that have transpired within the last few weeks, you, through some really high rolls, you convinced a man that was not willing to do anything but live in his own home to follow you on another grand adventure. And that's where we left off last session. So, guys, you see Alan walking into his home, walking into his room, ready to prepare for the journey ahead. What do you guys want to do?
I'll just sit here and wait for him to be done and ready.
Same.
I'm gonna start eating all of his food,
I mean, you guys are doing that already, but that's fine.
like
Yeah, he served
aggressively.
us.
Just gonna walk around and start picking that food and eating it.
I'm gonna pull my cloak over my head, and then I'm gonna slowly walk around his place and look for anything that looks like it's worth something.
Okay.
Alan, do you have any grimace shakes available?
What's a grimace shake?
It's where you make a bunch of berries and some ice together. It's really nice.
I may have to try that one time. That sounds pretty good. Weird name for it though. Interesting.
It's based off a keen purple fellow.
You know some weird things there, Mr. Rona.
Well, I am a demon. It is my way.
Or he's gonna point aggressively at Zane and say, "Don't do that again."
Okay.
I know what you just did. Don't do it. As he stuffs his mouth with food.
Okay. Okay, so Thaddeus, you throw your cloak over. Are you trying to hide the fact that you're putting your cloak on?
Well, you said he was stepped into the other
Right,
room, so.
but you're also, mind you, you're in a room full of your peers.
I don't care if they see me do it.
Okay, all of you see Thaddeus step aside and throw his cloak on.
Or he's gonna try to throw a pie where he saw him go invisible.
Oh, Jesus.
Um,
Here comes another fucking axe.
okay.
I said a pie. I'm
Roll-
throwing a pie.
roll the hit. It's with disadvantage and add your dexterity modifier.
Fuck. Hold on. Sorry, I was struggling. What's my dex at?
It's like +2 or +3, yeah.
Well, I didn't roll that high. I think it's gonna be like a 6.
Yeah, no. So all of you just watch Ori just like look at Thaddeus disappear and just like go to chuck a pie, but the pie slips out of his hand and just like sails over where Thaddeus's head would be, and slams into the wall behind him, right next to the loom. Okay, Thaddeus, you are invisible and you cannot be heard because you are on a solid surface. Make a where in the home are you trying to search? Any just all around? Like, is there a specific
Just
thing?
all around, like anything like looks like it might have something that would be of value.
All right. Make an investigation check for me. $18. Looking around, it is a humble home. What you see are various searching without going too far into detail of. Are you trying to open up cabinets? Are you trying to just look
No, just laying
surface area? Okay.
If I open cabinets, they're gonna know where I am.
So there's so what you do see after looking around, you see fruits, vegetables, of all sorts. You see cut wood, and what seems to be like a fire poker near the fireplace. You walk into what looks like a storage room. You see all manner of like dried meats and jarred vegetables and fruits. You kind of glance around. It's a homestead. It's nothing. It's nothing that out of the ordinary from say like any commoner's home.
Does he have any booze?
With an 18, you look around. There's not any like noticeable booze, but after some searching, you do find what looks to be a very, very dusty bottle of what looks to be some sort of wine, but there's no marking on it, and it looks like maybe it was made homemade, maybe it wasn't. But it does look like wine, and it is in what looks to be a wine bottle.
Is there just one of them, or is there multiple?
Just one. And it's
I'm not going to take his last bottle.
Why would you be looking for alcohol, Todd? You have an alchemy jug that just makes it for you daily.
Because I'm a thief.
It's got an itch to
Does
scratch.
he have any cheese? I'm going to take some cheese if he's got some cheese.
I second that.
Any cheese you look in here, any cheese that he did have was already put on the table.
Jesus Christ.
It's because I took it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean it's
All right.
it's in an attempt to look for riches and gold in a home of essentially a hermit. You're finding that the hermit doesn't necessarily have a lot of riches and gold.
Is there a fire poker?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to pick that up.
Okay.
I'm going to stand behind the chair. And I'm going to pitch it at Ori.
Okay, roll an attack with advantage because you're invisible. And yeah, since he doesn't know where you are, it's also sneak attack if you hit.
What should I roll?
Roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier.
Six.
Yeah, Ori, just like the pie soared aimlessly over the head of where you assume Thaddeus was. You just see the with Vivro with your passive perception, and honestly everybody with their passive perception, because this is not a very large room. You just see this fire poker lift up and just start to float. What looks to be a hand that wraps around it, because it is a non-magical item. It does not disappear. You just see a missing invisible part of where it looks like a hand-shaped invisible part is floating this fire poker through the air, and you just watch it get hurled right at Ori's head. But it sails so far over, it just like bounces off the wall and makes noise. You hear Alan say, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Wonder attack. Did I see where that came from?
Yeah. Everybody did.
Axe throw.
You throw your axe? Okay. Roll an attack.
I'm behind the chair.
Half cover.
You have half cover, so add 3 to your AC.
Give me a roll at disadvantage.
He is technically still invisible, so yes. Roll disadvantage.
Ooh, okay. 4 15 and a 16. I think I'd memorize this by now. 28.
Thaddeus, you throw a fire poker at Ori, and in turn, your large minotaur companion stands up, knocking the chair over that he was just sitting down in, grabs his axe off his back in one fell throw, just throws it right at you and hits you square right in your right shoulder, lodging into your right shoulder. Roll for damage.
It had to go through the chair.
Yeah, but 28 plus it's based off of your AC. Your AC isn't a 28 with +3.
30.
Thaddeus, you take 30 points of piercing damage once you have an axe thrown at your a great axe hurled at your shoulder yet again by Ori.
We're under attack. Ori runs over, grabs his axe,
I'm gonna
start looking around.
tuck and roll under the table.
So the axe is still lodged into your shoulder.
No.
I see my axe moving. I'm gonna recall it back.
Okay. Roll a D100 for me, Nate.
Okay. 17.
Okay. Thaddeus, you go to roll and try to duck and hide, and as you hear a word come out of Ori's mouth, you just feel pressure from your shoulder start to lift you off the ground and slam you towards him through the air.
Okay. I don't know what to do now. I didn't think that'd work.
You feel once your axe is in your hand, you feel about a Thaddeus-sized weight added to the end of your axe.
Or he's gonna walk over, axe in hand, stick his axe in the fire. Axe end. He's still holding it.
Elka's gonna be turned around,
Get
like
off my
leaning
axe, you foul
on
beast.
the chair, like just watching this and just like eating a carrot.
I'm just sitting there
Right.
eating sweets, watching this happen.
Do I have an opportunity to escape this?
I'm gonna say as he's going to go put you in the fire, roll a. We're gonna call it dexterity saving throw.
Actually, he'll like pitch it, like try to get him off the axe, and, like sling him in instead of putting his axe in the fire.
Okay. Well then, yeah, roll dexterity saving throw to see if you land in the fire or not. We'll take it's not with advantage, but yeah, 19. You feel blood. You see blood come off your axe, Ori, and you see a. Well, you don't see it, Thaddeus. You get flung off this axe, and you're able to catch yourself on the top of the fireplace before you go flying into the fire, and you don't take any fire damage. At this point, Todd, roll a D100 for me. So that's a D10 and the percentile die, or you can just do it in the 67. Okay. So your cloak, after being flung off, the hood of the cloak falls off. And Ori, you now see about a good foot cleave mark in the shoulder of Thaddeus, bleeding now profusely, standing there looking at you.
Thaddeus, what are you doing up there?
Dodging your axe.
Oh, my bad.
Again?
This is the first time.
No, it's not.
Well, actually, maybe this might be the third.
You're a little jumpy. No,
Don't
I
throw
need to-
things at me.
you threw a pie at me.
I threw a pie. I didn't throw an iron spear.
I tossed it gently. If I wanted to hit you, I could have.
That's really mean.
All right. I need to patch this up.
At this point, you see Alan walking out with what looks to be a fairly good sized traveler's pack on. It looks like he has a bedroll strapped to the top of it, like a pot of like the what looks to be like some sort of like metal forged like cooking tripod. And he walks up. What in the hell happened here?
Ori, why would you just throw your axe at me?
Just some normal shenanigans. Ignore them.
I see. All
They
right.
flirt a lot.
I thought Thaddeus was a invisible demon, so I took the initiative and attacked him.
Thaddeus, you're leaking, my friend. And he'll put his hand on you and cast Cure Wounds at 6th level. Because he just has the. Actually, he'll do 5th level because he doesn't have. Yeah, 5th level. So. That's 68. Thaddeus, you heal. Mm, 20. You heal 38 points.
I'm back to normal.
And you just see Thaddeus's wound just fully close up as he casts this Cure Wounds. Now I need you guys to not be as under or full into that shenanigan stuff that you're normally under. If we're going to be doing something as grand as you're talking about here, all right, I expect there to be some level of professionalism as we travel along, all right?
It's
Yes,
brother-
Thaddeus, stay professional.
It's brotherly love. Stop it, you big oof.
We're not related. Are you secretly a Minotaur?
Maybe.
I think he may be half Minotaur.
That'd make me feel less lonely, honestly.
You're welcome.
I've only seen like maybe 2.
I'm disguised. It's all from my waist down.
You'll then see Alan starting to like grab pots like a pot and throw it onto his bag. Throw like a cooking griddle, like a cast iron griddle, and attach to the side of his bag. And then you'll start to see him take out a little leather satchel and start to put things in it, like cooking utensils and spices and things. And you just see him starting to disappear into the satchel. All of you can probably guess that it's some form of a bag of holding that he's putting it into. And then you'll start see him walking over, and he will, as he walks over, he will prestidigitate the crumbs all over Alara's face, assumingly because she's just been ripping into the cheese and crackers and everything that's been on the table. And just quietly do that and walk over into his storeroom, and you'll hear him messing around in there. And then eventually he'll walk out, and he will kind of do like a little whistle, and you'll see what looks to be a black cat just walk out and out of his bedroom and stretch, and then jump onto his shoulder. He's like, "All right, I got Helga. Set, hon? Good." And he'll like wave his hand at the fire that's still lit, and you'll just watch the fire just go out in the fireplace. All right, well, unless you guys want to keep eating, I'm ready to go whenever you are.
Yeah, we can get back to Keister.
Can I take a quick bath?
We'll throw you in the river.
Yeah, and then you'll just see him like wave his hand, and he'll prestidigitate as much as he can off of you.
Oh, thanks.
I'm just gonna grab a bunch of the veggies and like put them in my bag.
All right. Well, it looks like we're all set. All right.
I'm gonna look at Alara and say, I just want one small piece of cheese. Don't bite my arm, please.
She's gonna hold up her slice, and on like the tip corner, she's just gonna be like, and hand this little tiny crumb.
Well, thank you, dear.
She'll blow a little kiss.
All right. Well, let's get a move on, I guess. And as he walks out, you'll see the black cat on his shoulder, like, disapparate. Oh, I guess she's going home. All right. Well, I wanted her to come with me, but she'll show up eventually. And he will lead you out to the front. As he leads you out to the front, there's this like little what looks to be a wagon, and it's like he looks at all of you. So what's the form of transportation you want us to take? I sure hope it isn't one of them fancy dancy sky ships you made me fly on that one time.
No,
bad
no,
news.
we could afford one of those.
Yeah, we're not that rich, Alan.
Insight check.
Or that famous.
That's metagaming.
Carol deception.
Sure, yeah. Roll deception check.
That's my.
You're trying to legitimately lie to the man.
Oh, I got +2. Let's go. Fuck. 18.
28. He looks at you.
Oh heck.
All right. Well, I guess guess I'll just have to deal with it. All right. And he will
You
start.
can come hang out on below deck with me. I don't really like it either.
And then once all of you are out of what looks to be like the tree threshold of his home, he'll just like do one of these things where he'll like put his hands together and start weaving some sort of arcane magic in his hands, and he will just kind of like wave his hand out in front of him, and following his hand is like this like translucent rainbow like energy that sparkles this like gold and silver and like white shimmers. And as he does that, you just see this veil of a similar colored energy fall over his home, and what was the small little hovel of a home is now forest. All right, that will do. And then
Can I tell if that magic's arcane or nature based?
I'm gonna say roll an Arcana check.
Probably not.
8. Given your understanding of the type of magic he normally uses, you would assume that it's either a mixture. You can't tell, but it's either a mixture of both, or it looks to be arcane in nature, but you're not so sure. It probably or could be a mixture of both, but it's hard to discern. It's the first time you've ever seen illusion magic used
Right.
in this manner. And you will see him look at this cart, and he will, with that same radiant like rainbow like energy on his hand still, he will like kind of like push his hand towards it and snap his fingers, and you'll watch the cart just disappear and turn into what looks to be some sort of forest tree bush, like, and just looks like it's part of the forest.
This one is unfamiliar with that type of magic.
Oh, well, it's taught to me. Well, it wasn't really taught to me. I kind of just knew it whenever I was born, but I honed that skill a while ago, and not a lot of people know how to use illusions the way I do, but best way I could describe it is that we'll call it a derivative of the major image spell that most wizards learn whenever they're in school. But it's a little bit more different than that, using elemental concoctions and wielding natural energy to make it look more like a forest, or make something disappear like I did with that cart. Once you live in the forest, this forest as long as I do, illusions start to become second nature.
So is it hallucinatory terrain?
In a way, if you you didn't roll high enough for me to tell you what it is.
No, I know. That's why one of the reasons why I'm straight up asking him is because that's the only spell that I know that would do that.
It is a form of that. Yeah, it's a mixture of, I guess, if we're talking about it in the way of simple terms, it's a mixture of multiple illusion like magics that I've learned to use over the years.
Interesting.
Hallucinatory terrain is one of them, I believe. I'd have to go look at my master's teachings and all of his scribble that he wrote down long ago, but I could figure it out. And if you want to learn it, I mean, it's potential. You do use nature magic yourself, so there could be potential, but also your lifespan isn't nearly as long as mine, and it's taken me quite a long time to learn this. So
This one was just curious.
well, curiosity is what drives this world. It's what's driving this quest. Granted, a sense of duty and a grand reward at the end doesn't hurt either, but there is no adventure without curiosity.
This is true.
Well, let's be on our way. We got a long road ahead of us, although I guess if we're going in that fancy ship that you guys have been assuming you've been flying around, then we'll just we'll get there. We'll get where we gotta go any moment. And he'll just start walking towards where the bridge was. And at that point, you guys will find your way back towards the bridge. And I didn't change it. The bridge is no longer there. However, the makeshift stone slab that Alan had summoned the hour or so before is still there. But you can see it starting to erode away in different places. He's like, well, we might need to hurry across.
Yes, best we move along.
And he will kind of skip across, and you guys will make your way back through the woods with Alan's guiding you. I'm gonna say, even though you're following the path, I want, for the sake of making it interesting, how many of you are here that's in the party right now? Obviously, Squirtle isn't with you guys right now, so I'll exclude him for now. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I'm gonna roll a d8. If I roll an 8, I re-roll. Okay. Zane, can you roll a survival check, but with advantage? With Alan guiding you back to Keister.
It's not great. 12.
12. The DC was lower because Alan was with you. You get a little bit, as you're walking through, you kind of have to, you're on guard because you know this forest can mess with you and can mess with anybody that enters it. Alan looks confident in his walking through, assuming because he's been living here for a long time. You can't shake this feeling that you're being watched. And it's a familiar form. It's a familiar feeling walking through this forest. You can't necessarily tell what's watching you. It could just be any odd creature. But your mind can't help but go and think back to the weird entity that you faced in the woods prior, the shapeshifter. And your mind immediately goes back to that. And you can't help but envision when you first set off on your journey and came to Keister and face to face with what looked to be a malformed version of you. And it just kind of sits in the back of your mind for a little bit. And you just can't help but think about it as you walk through the starting to get darker forest as the day continues on. It's hard to tell what time it is in the forest when you're underneath the canopy, since the canopy is so dense. But eventually, after about 6 hours of walking through the woods, you do eventually see the setting sunlight setting over Keister, the small little town that started it all for you. And as you make your way back there, you do, in fact, see a familiar face, one that you had just seen earlier in the morning. Where the heck is my Keister map? Am I just dumb? I am dumb. And you do see Arya sitting on top of the Founder's Tree. What looks to be, I'm going to say, let's go with, we'll go with Beep. Roll a perception check for me.
All right. $17.
17. You kind of look, and you're the first one to really notice this, other than Weavra. Arya seems to has like this cloth, what looked to be her cloth shawl that she wore, seems to have something of substance that's slightly peeking out, and it has a rounded edge that she's carrying. And she's kind of sitting there, kind of looking off in the distance, not really looking at anything or anyone. And as you walk in, Arya, you notice your friends along with a giant, which you do recognize, a giant furbolg man, Alan, leading them towards your hometown. And as they walk up, you do spot them.
Well, hello.
Hey.
What y'all up to today?
Well, we found Alan. He's coming with us, so
Well, that's good. Sorry I had to take off so soon.
it's all right. It happens.
Yeah, my dad just needed me all of a sudden, and it's very weird.
Yet he deigns not to show himself.
Yeah, he's something else. I give him that, but yeah, he made me rush off and leave y'all because he wanted me to watch this little egg. It's like the size of a small coconut.
And
I had no clue what it is.
you guys,
Did you say it's a lovely bunch of coconuts?
you guys
No,
do.
it's just one.
You guys do see this little egg, and as you look at it closer, the tip of it has like an orange and yellow coloring to the top of it, that it's just barely peeking out of the scarf / shawl that Arya's wearing.
Is it hatching?
Make a perception check. Doesn't look to be hatching, no.
Interesting. Did he say what the egg is?
Nope. I basically met up with him. He said hi, handed me the egg, and left. That's all I know.
Interesting.
Is that coming with us? I'm assuming you're coming with us.
Yeah, I guess I gotta carry this around because I can't leave it in the cabins because of the dang children. They'll just think it's an omelet and start eating it.
Do I recognize the egg at all? Like,
I'm gonna
styled creature.
I'm gonna say make a nature check. But yeah, make a nature check.
Uh,
10. Unfortunately, you look at it. You have with a 10, you have guesses. It could be any number of reptile egg. It could be any number of bird egg. It's kind of hard to tell, and looking at it closer with your passive perception, and it's just gives you a unique advantage. You look at it, and the shell seems to be a little bit more hard than your standard reptile egg shell, where a reptile egg shell would be like a little bit more soft.
Is this an egg that looks like something I would have come across in one of my dragon books?
Make a nature check.
Okay. Where's my dice? Or DM list.
Did he die?
But, my headphones unplugged.
oh.
The dogs are barking their full head off for some reason. Sorry, what'd you roll?
5.
5.
Why? You'd rolled a 20, right?
Yeah. Nat
Yeah, I heard
20.
20. Nat 20.
So, you, you look at it. It could be a dragon egg. Maybe. It's a little small for a dragon egg, though. You have seen them before. And you have seen diagrams of them, and there is in detail diagrams of dragon eggs. But it's a little hard to tell. Okay, for some reason,
Very well.
when my headphones unplugged. Alrighty, let me see here. For some reason, I can't hear anything going on my desktop.
Dun,
They'll
dun,
say the
dun.
music cut out stream-wise as well, so.
Let me restart that app.
Is this something we should be taking with us? In all seriousness.
I mean, she can't exactly just leave it.
I don't see why we wouldn't take it with us.
Alan kind of looks at you. Well, he kind of takes a glance over at the egg. Well, I have no idea what that is. But, eggs are fragile. You do have to take that into concern, but I can maybe figure out if there's something I could do with it. Maybe make a place for it to rest safely.
This egg seems thicker than most. Hardier than most.
Well, maybe so, but an egg is still an egg. One arrow, one rock, who knows? One of you trips and falls with it in your hand, and all of a sudden you got a scrambled egg.
Or he all of a sudden throws an axe.
Hey, that could happen. Music's back up, by the way. I just had to restart the app. Okay. Well, there's not much I can get in this here town for me to be prepared for a journey ahead, but if you it is getting late, is your fancy dancy ship close by, or
Who's got the sending stone?
Oh, I have it. I'm gonna reach out to the captain.
Okay. And what do you say?
I'm gonna say, please send down little boats, little like rowboat things, so that we can go aboard. We're ready to go.
Can do. It's getting a bit late, but yeah, we can take off from here. We should be fine, and you guys will see the mast of the ship start to come into view as it's raising itself up. It didn't land itself, but it got lower than being way up in the sky. And you just see these 4 little boats start to little rowboats that you're used to seeing fly down and land right in front of you.
Wait, we're leaving now?
Yeah, it's time to go.
Sooner the better.
I'm not
Is there
even
any reason
back.
not to?
Well, then, little lady, you might want to go get packed.
There's no time. We have to go now.
I have no equipment. All of my stuff's in my room.
You can
Oh,
buy it all. Let's go.
Then let's go. Let us
Grab it
Go
go.
fast.
grab it.
Go get your equipment.
Alright, I'll run and go get the equipment.
It takes Ari about 30 seconds.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
To-
I was gonna say I go run and help, but
It takes her about 30 seconds to shoot into the air, and shoot through the open window that is her top floor room, and then you wait 30 seconds. All of you start to board the boats, and before all of you can even get on the boats, you just see Arya just shoot like a missile out of her window.
I I forgot something. Hold on. Or he's gonna go into the temple.
Oh my god. Okay.
Meanwhile, Lara just pulls out like a wad of moldy cheese, and she's just like, "This is all I need. It's this." And shoves it back in her nasty little pocket.
Are you going with Ori into the temple?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Ori, Alara, you make your way into the temple. All of you just see Ori just disappear into the temple. As Arya is flying back down, Arya, you see Ori walking into the temple. After he just told you to come on. And Ori, Alara, you walk in and it's the same old temple. There's a few more cots laid out than you're used to seeing instead of pews. The pews are stacked to the side and the cots are laid out. And without...
Or he's gonna grab a blanket.
Okay. You grab a blanket. And you look around, there's no one inside this temple right now.
Okay, he's gonna go upstairs.
Okay.
So how many floors to this building?
Only 2. And if you remember correctly, you have to enter into what looks to be some sort of office, probably Baxter's office.
So first floor, then basement, or not basement, then attic.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's first floor, then like people who actually live and work at the temple. That's where their bedding quarters are above the office. And the stairs that you need to go up, if you remember correctly, were broken. They're no longer broken. You look at them; they're made out of wood. They're fair. They look pretty new. They look used.
Or he's gonna walk up.
You got to put 1 foot on the step, and you're able to put your full weight on the wood. And you walk up. You have to mind your horns. This is not if you remember correctly, this is not a staircase meant for.
It's like walking sideways, or his horns point like out. So I guess he's kind of looking down a little bit.
Yeah, you just awkwardly looking down. Alara's having to duck her head down so she doesn't hit her head on the banister. And you do make your way up the stairs. Each step you hear the splintering and cracking of wood, though. And eventually do make up the 10, 12 steps to the top. And you...
Is that hole in the ceiling there?
Well, if you remember correctly, the hole in the ceiling was inside a room. I assume you're just going...
Yeah,
you'd
I'm
remember,
going to see
yeah.
the rat.
Okay. So you make your way into the what seemed to be abandoned room. It is unlocked. In fact, the door is no longer there. And you walk in, and there is still a Minotaur head-sized hole.
All right, or he's gonna poke his head through it.
Okay. Lex, do me a favor and roll D100 for me.
There they are. I never use the ones on here. 1D100.
This couldn't have worked out better than if I dreamed it. All right. Ori, you stick your head up in there along with Alara on your head. Alara and Ori, as you stick your head up, Alara, you have to dodge out of the way because of the sheer number of now what seems to be adolescent mice that are all over the place up here. You look around and there is probably 90 to 100 baby mice.
I want to start talking to them immediately.
Okay, so do you cast Speak with Animals?
Yes.
A new generation has appeared.
Can't believe you guys are making me do this again. What am I kidding? I can believe it totally. Okay, you cast Speak with Animals. Immediately, the first words you hear are, "Wow, wow, our savior, wow!"
I'm going to try to look at Ori and be like, Ori,
What are they saying?
they think you're like a god.
Our savior has returned. They talk about in the old text.
They think that you're in some book like the Bible or something.
Bible. What's the Bible?
I don't know what the Bible is. I don't know what book it is. I'm going to ask them what book it is.
Tell them. Go ahead.
I'm just going to start like doing the whole thing all over again, like asking them questions like what religious book is this? Like what do they practice? Like the whole nine.
Ask them the name of the book or text.
I'm gonna ask him what testament he's in.
Like 40 of the adolescent mice, as you ask what text it is, run over to the wall that is wooden, and you see like these really faintly carved chicken scratch in the side of this like little cavern of wall, and immediately like, "A holy text, this is the text." And when you look a little closer, you do notice a faintly drawn, etched in image of a little goblin girl with pigtails on like what looks to be like almost like a stage, because it's just a flat line where her feet are, and it shows her with her arms, what looks to be her arms raised out, and above her, behind her, is this really fucked up looking drawing of a minotaur with giant horns, and it's just like these lines coming off his head that look like sun rays that are like really shittily drawn, and they're like, "Our savior, our Ammriel, our Lord has returned."
They're worshiping you. You're literally their god. I'm worshiping you in this picture.
Look, I want you to tell them something very important.
Please don't touch them, because if you touch them, know what's going to happen. Don't pick them up.
This is gonna
be really. This
is gonna be really funny. Tell them I'm here to take them to Valhalla.
Stop. I said
that
stop,
they
like
should,
Alara.
That they should follow me forever.
I'm gonna turn around and look at them. Mice, listen, it's very important. If you continue to follow the almighty Ori God, you, my friends, my travelers, my strongest soldiers, will find yourself in Valhalla.
Valhalla! What's that? Valhalla! You just hear you're chattering all throughout the mice.
What are they saying?
And then, Alara, you see what looks to be this really old, like decrepit.
How did I know? How did I know there was gonna be one?
Fucking rat that like, and like the adolescent rats and mice part into like almost a shitty like straight line alleyway for this old like it. You don't know if these are rat or mice.
Zach,
Yeah,
how big is my knapsack?
fairly big.
I am going to convince the mice to come with us and keep them all in my bag and promise that we will take them to Valhalla.
That's why I brought the sheet.
The
That's why I brought the blanket.
the elderly mouse walks up. Ah, yes, our Messiah, you have returned. I was there the day.
I'm sorry. Our Mouseiah?
Moosaya.
Messiah.
Musai is also pretty good.
Our Messiah, you have returned.
That's a little racist. I'm a mouse in my real life, and I don't appreciate that you're appropriating my culture.
Shut up.
I'm gonna look down at them and be like, come, you have been called to be the Minotaur's greatest soldiers. If you come with me, live in this knapsack, you will be free. You will have all the food that you could imagine. You just have to come with us to Valhalla.
I'd have your old persuasion check, but this is preordained.
It's the prophecy, Zach.
It's the Bible.
You see the older mouse, and this mouse is fucking fat and decrepit. Look at all of my children. Just like the scripts have foretold, our Messiah has returned, and now we shall.
You each just drink this Kool-Aid. It will
Oh my
literally be
We can now follow them to the Holy Land, which is Valhalla. I don't know what that is, but I trust them. Let's go.
It's like paradise.
I'm gonna just open up my knapsack of moldy cheese and thingamajigs that I have in there.
I think they should.
For them.
I think they should just follow behind us.
Can I would actually like, so they can follow behind us, but can the elder rat like ride next to Froggy on my head?
Oh
since
yeah,
he's,
that'd be
like,
great.
The elder frog. I mean, the elder frog. The elder mouse.
The Elden frog.
He will, as you bow your head to let him on, he will say, "I have been chosen," and he will like climb up onto your head. Froggy, who you can understand anyways, looks at him and just goes, "Hi." Nice to see you. It's comfortable up there.
From the pavement.
I'm gonna turn around and look at Ori, not speaking in any like mice or anything, so they don't understand me, and be like, "For the love of God, Ori, please, don't pick them up. Don't touch them.
I'm not gonna touch them.
Don't touch them, because we can't soil this like last time."
Before you can even get that word out, Ori, you feel hundreds of baby mice crawl up behind your neck and crawl up the back of your head and just start standing all over you. The adolescent ones in front of you says, "The children, they are following. We must follow." And before you can even like close your knapsack, Alara, you feel about 50 or 60 of the adolescent mice just dive bomb into your knapsack. Make a strength check for me, please.
God. Oh, I just know that's not going to be very, very bueno. Hold on, let me pull this up.
And that's where your cheese is.
Why so slow? Okay, hold on here. Strength check. Where are you?
The big number on the left. Top one.
Oh man. That would be a 13.
Okay. They're mice. It's not that hard. You're able to hang on. It does start to slip out of your hand because the sheer weight of 50 or 60 mice just all dive bombing into your knapsack is a lot to handle for your little hands. But you hang on, and then 50 or 60 little adolescent mice poke their head out the top of the bag. Yeah. We're ready. We have been chosen. We're ready. We're ready. We're ready. We're ready. We can leave. And then the other 40 or so adolescent mice start to just crawl over, embed themselves within Ori's fur all over his body.
I keep like mouthing to Ori, like, do not touch them.
I'm not going to do anything.
Nothing.
Why you don't panic?
No,
Right.
I'm not panicking. I'm simply saying, if anybody has to touch them, it's me. Okay?
Okay.
You're too strong.
Okay. Well, is that, or is you gonna look around and see if there's any more?
Make a perception check.
14.
14. You look around. There's no other mice inside this little compartment. Inside this little, like, ceiling compartment. However, you do start to feel this kind of odd, warm sense start to fall over your entire body, from your head to your toes, and you start to feel a little bit wet.
Oh.
And then you start to smell what smells like pee, urine, and you look around, and Alara, you feel on top of your head the elder rat also starting to urinate, and you hear them all say, "This is our world now. It is safe. We have marked it for us."
Hey, okay. Or he's gonna
Don't touch him.
I'm holding myself back so much.
Do not touch him. Just
Tell them
Well,
tell them they are not supposed to do that. If they want to do that, they have to get off me, or I will kill them. I want you to tell them I'll kill them if they do that again.
I'm gonna go back down. Talk to
Tell them
mice.
I will send them to the depths of hell myself.
It's starting to smell really bad.
I'm gonna look at him and say, listen, children of the Minotaur, it is very important that you do not urinate on the god, because it actually is frowned upon. And shut up. And it is frowned upon, and he will actually banish all of us to the pits of hell with the devil from the Bible if you do that. So just you have to pee on the ground and poop on the ground.
The Bible is a well-known children's fable book in the world of Ammriel, and Alara
That's gonna be all that Alara knows.
And Alara just happened to get her hands on it when she was a little girl.
Diablo.
Damn it! Fuck you, Flexi. That's canon now.
From the Bible.
The mice look at you with like the most like genuine, confused and scared eyes. Oh,
don't be
this
scared.
This is our new world now. We just have we must mark it to make sure it is safe.
It's
Ori, okay, it is marked. You're right, but just don't mark it anymore. If you have to pee, just go pee on the ground. I swear to God, please.
if it happens one more time, I'm going to kill them.
I'm gonna turn around.
If I feel a drop of piss on my shoulder, I'm gonna throw them to the ground. I'm gonna roll on the ground and be covered in their blood and bones. I want you to say every word of that.
You know what? I'm actually going to say it. Yeah.
I want them to fear me.
I'm actually going to say it. So I can turn around and look at the mice and be like, I would like to pass on a message from the god himself. If you piss on him one more time, he will kill all of you and roll around in your blood and your bones.
Tell him it only takes one.
And it only takes one.
If
My
one
children.
rat pisses on me, they all die.
If one rat pisses on him, you all will die. Please, no more pissing.
Make an intimidation check with advantage, Lexi.
I don't have no intimidation.
Can
What's,
can one of them possibly be so scared it peed?
Oh, okay. That actually, I rolled really well. That would be 21.
Real quick, I have a biblical question.
Okay.
No.
Who's the angel who's the messenger for God?
Michael?
Is it Michael?
I think it's
Wait, we have just like a biblically accurate
Hold on.
angel. It's like a
Michael or-
furry with 10 eyes.
Michael or
like-
Gabriel, one of the two.
Yeah,
I think
Michael
it
or
might be
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
I feel like it's Gabriel.
Okay.
Hold on. Oh,
Either way, with a 20,
It's Gabriel.
it's Gabriel. Okay.
okay.
With a 21 in intimidation, Ori, you feel about 30 mice, adolescent mice, and about 20 of the babies on your head fall off dead because their little hearts could not take that intimidation from their god.
Tell them that is my divine power.
I'm sobbing. Okay, Alara's fucking sobbing. Okay. And she just turns around. She goes,
Alara, funny enough,
"This is divine power."
funny enough, Alara, you've been
I probably got shit on at this point. They're probably horrified.
You feel a little bit of a drip hit your foot, and at first you don't notice it because you're crying, and you think maybe some of your tears hit your foot, and then you look down, and your knapsack just has a continuous drip coming from the bottom of it, of urine.
Okay, was that after I said all that?
It doesn't matter. It was. I'm gonna look down.
Do
Like,
I
"It's okay.
notice?
You guys can pee. You can piss on me. You can piss on me all day.
Do I
Just
notice?
don't piss on him."
Make a perception check with disadvantage because you are pissed off right now, and this is for Nate.
Oh,
Yes,
fuck.
he's pissed on, not just pissed off.
That's a nat 20.
with disadvantage, good sir.
Oh shit, sorry. that was close. That
Phew.
was, that's shit. It's a dirty 20.
You do notice okay, with the dirty 20, it's hard to tell in the bag, and it's hard to tell if it happened afterwards. So your judgment call is up to you. But you do notice the drip falling onto Alara's foot from the bag.
Was that
I'm
after?
gonna look right
Alara,
at
tell
him.
Alara, tell me right
No,
now.
I'm
was it
gonna
after
look
I said
him
all
dead
that?
in his eyes, my big beady yellow eyes, full of tears, and look at him and be like, "Ori, don't you dare! Don't, no, no!" Just like getting so upset, I start hyperventilating, and I just take the remainder of the babies out of the bag and I hold them. I'm like, "Don't do it! Don't touch them!"
Alara, I told them that I would kill them if this would happen.
Actually, no, I told them. I was the one who said it. You can't speak to mice. And then I like do that at him. I'm like, look my
You
tongue.
know what? You know what? Fine. I won't kill them.
And all of a sudden she's like, "That's what I thought." She puts them back in the bag.
Or he's gonna leave.
Okay, you leave,
He's gonna.
and
I'm gonna like stop real quick though, and then look at Ori and be like, "Wait a second. What the hell is Valhalla? Where are we taking them?" We promised them the promised land. Now where are we taking them?
All right. Or he's out of the church
okay.
or temple.
As
Hey,
you're, oh my
go
god!
ahead. No, go ahead.
As you're walking out, Alara, speak with animals lasts about 10 minutes. This conversation took about 5. So as you're walking out, you hear, "Whoa, where's this place? This is big. Is this Valhalla? This must be Valhalla. It's so big.
Tell me it isn't. We're not there yet.
How can this big guy understand us?"
I've. Is there like a translation? Is she translating this to me?
I mean, that's up to her.
I don't know if I want to translate to him anymore.
Are they saying anything else?
They said that they're happy to be in your presence, Ori.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Roll deception
Hey.
check,
Oh,
Alara.
God.
Roll an insight check.
Wait, insight or deception?
You roll a deception, Ori roll an insight.
16.
What is my insight? I don't think it's that high. 15.
You kind of look a little puzzled at Alara from what she said, and you just kind of shrug it off because you are a little angry about the puddle that is now dripping off of you at each step. Your hoof marks being marked in the dirt by wet piss as you walk up. Everybody's now boarded on the boats, just waiting for you, and you all just see a fully drenched Ori.
Where's the boat at?
They're right there around the Founder's Tree. So
Okay.
they're within eye
Hey,
shot.
Where's... Zane.
Yeah.
Watch Alara for a man. Alara's gonna... Ori's gonna put Alara down next to Zane.
Alara smells like piss. Like more than normal.
Hey, Vrivra.
Yes.
Follow me for a second. Run this corner,
Very well.
please.
And I'll be following.
You now notice hundreds of baby mice and adolescent mice just clinging onto Ori for dear life.
Before he goes to over to Vrivra, hey, Alara, I want you to just... Do you have any more mice on you?
I'm not giving you my mice.
Okay, fine. You can... How many are you holding?
What are you doing with them?
She
Nothing.
She has like 50 or 60 in her bag, and the oldest one on her head, next to Froggy.
Alara, if you give me that bag, I'll give you as much cheese as you've ever won.
This is one of those things where it's like, what would Lexi do, or what would the character fucking do?
What would Alara do?
And it's hurting my fucking soul.
Imagine, Alara, you're swimming in cheese for the rest of your life. All I need is those rats in that bag.
Alara is going to be holding the bag and immediately hear that and go, drop. Drops the bag. Picks the elder up off her head and puts it on the ground and goes, where's the cheese then? Where's it?
I'll be back. I'm getting the cheese.
Where are you getting it from?
The cheese man.
The cheese man. I have been lied to for so long.
All right. You know what? You're getting the cheese at some point. Or he's gonna grab the elder in the bag.
Alara's getting older. She's starting to understand things.
Make a dexterity check for me, Ori.
Uh, 18.
Okay. As you go to reach down to grab the elder rat, Alara, at the last minute of your speak with animals spell, you hear, "What is going on? I have been taken from the Holy Land." And as he says that, you see a spectral white owl shoot down from the tree, grab the elder mouse along with one of the baby ones that is standing next to him, and shoots up into the sky, and you hear, "What is happening? Oh no!"
Okay, well, that take care of that. Hey, Vrivra, I need you for a minute.
I'm gonna stop real quick and be like, Ori, listen.
Nope.
No, you're going to listen to me. And I put my little finger out. And I'm like, I know I love cheese, but I also love animals. I love animals a lot. And if you love me, you'll let them live. You'll just let them
Okay, how
go.
about I let you keep one? Just one rat.
I'm standing here, listening to that part of the conversation. Just pure dog hearing strange noise, head tilt going on right now.
One rat. You can keep
One
one
rat.
rat.
I will keep one rat, but you have to let them live. Just take them somewhere.
Yeah, I'm getting them out of here.
Yeah, I think you mean dispose of them.
I'm disposing of them off my body.
I'm gonna pick a random baby. I'm gonna put it up on my head. And I have one now. But I'm like, I mean it. I'm like seriously gonna look Ori dead in his eyes and be like, do not kill them. Just let them live a happy life. or I'll run away again, and you'll never find me. And I mean it. Alara means it. She's mad, okay?
Alara, these
Like,
rats live for like 2 years.
well, I got a goldfish once from a fair, and it lived for like 5 years. So, anyways,
That's a fish. That's a
I
whole
don't-
other species.
Alara's gonna be like,
When did we get the fish? We're talking about rats.
she's
I'd
mad.
also like to point out that she's 4.
She's mad. I'm pissed. She's
all right,
pissed.
all right. I'll let him live.
Like
River,
she's
I-
already gathering up her knapsack and she's beginning to run away. Like that's how
All right,
mad
you can keep
she
one
is.
rat. All right, River, I'm gonna need you here, over here still,
Yes,
if you don't mind. Okay, just follow me around the church.
walk around there.
Okay. See, what I was gonna ask you to do is to set me on fire to kill all the rats, and then throw this bag down and set that on fire. But since she's so mad, I'm just gonna let them go.
Do I ever overhear any of this conversation, or am I just so pissed I've done?
He's whispering that.
You're about a good 150 feet away from him, and he's
Okay.
around the church, so probably not. You just see him walk around the corner with Vibra. This is like taking the.
Can you speak with animals, Vibra?
I would need 10 minutes to do so.
Okay, we don't have that kind of time. Okay, Ori sets the bag down. He's gonna start lightly brushing the rats off of him.
Okay, make a dexterity check.
I'll help gently pick some off.
Okay. You don't have to, Vibra. Ori, make a dexterity check.
14.
14. Okay. You're able to get pretty much all of them off with the help of Weaver. However, as you're grabbing them off, your hands are so large that about a good half of the babies that are on the back of your head are dead before they hit the ground.
I'm gonna have an aneurysm.
Fucking damn it.
And you go to kind of try to gently wipe them off, and they're so tiny. They're smaller than literally the tip of your pinky finger. It's hard to be gentle with those tiny of creatures for you.
I just read chat that's about free for eating them.
Yes.
That's so funny.
That's what you were gonna say too.
No!
Weaver's gonna walk
I was
back
going-
and like a long tail. It's just he's gonna be slurping up a tail like a noodle.
That would have been a really good idea.
I was legitimately planning on rolling a Constitution saving throw to figure out if I was hungry or not.
Oh my god!
All right, well you can eat the dead ones if you want. Yeah, you gotta get rid of some of the evidence. Are you hungry? Do you mind?
This one could eat.
Okay, well here's a bunch of dead ones with this dirty dirt here.
It's like eating popcorn chicken for you.
No! This is not fucking Burger King. You cannot have it your way. No!
Clearly, he already is having it his way.
Are all the rats off of me?
At this point, yeah, and a lot of them are still standing up, or like sitting on the ground, staring up at you and just squeaking.
Or he's gonna scream as loud as he can right at them.
Make
You know,
intimidation.
never mind. I don't want to give him a heart attack again.
I was just saying, make an intimidation check.
Ori
please.
promised. Ori promised. He tried his best. All right, let's go. We got shit to do.
Do you collect the 40 or 50 baby mice that are dead on the ground?
Oh no! I just grab a handful.
Okay.
All right,
Little
hey, make sure you're there's nothing on your mouth, like no rat tail sticking out. Oh, I don't want Lara freaking out again.
Is there something in this one's teeth?
Or he squints a little. You got a little rat fur, but I think it'll be all right. Yeah, it'll be all right.
That's so
You got a little-
stupid.
Here, let me brush. You got a little rat paw. Hold on, let me brush that off for you. All right, we're good. He'll put up a thumb. He'll do a thumbs up. Let's go. We gotta save the world. We gotta save the world now.
I feel like this is all my fault.
I tried.
Let's just put everything into a harsh perspective of the rat one shot I'm writing. Of most of their future in that one shot. So you know.
All right, we gotta go before they form like an army and seek vengeance upon me or something.
This one is very confused.
Yeah, the rats worship me as their god for apparently.
I think you need a bath, or
And then they pissed and shit all over me because they thought it was like I was a landmass.
What in God's green earth is that stench?
It's probably the urine
Hey,
he's talking about.
Like you do some magic on me.
Oh, I mean, I can't really get rid of the smell, but I can get rid of the liquid.
Fuck it. I just wanted a bath.
And he kind of like waves his hands out the best he can and cleans you up with prestidigitation.
You hose me down.
He will,
or, like a water spell or something.
This one does not have create water prepared.
I think Alan does. Hold on, let me see.
Oh my lord, I am not going on the ship with this stink.
Alan doesn't have create water?
I am actually like so upset because I truly don't know if like Ori killed them that I did run off.
Or I assure you, most of them survived.
Most.
Yeah.
Listen.
Alan will use create water, and just
wait. Do I get a bath too?
He'll cast it twice.
Hope so.
He'll cast it twice, and he'll hose.
No, a little stinky.
He
Or
will.
he has his arms spread out like above. He has them like up above his head, and he's just going in a circle.
He will cast. He will cast create water at 3rd level. To create 30 gallons of water and just hose Ori down the best he can. And then he'll cast create water at 1st level to wash Alera off as well. And then he'll prestidigitate the water away. Well, it's the smell's kind of still there. Now you just smell like wet dog and piss, but at least you feel clean.
I will start druid crafting flowers and kind of like put them in Ori's hair very not carefully, not artistically. I'm just like sticking flowers on him.
Mousy, you have to draw this. you have to draw this.
What am I getting?
There's like a Ori. There's
that's
like
canon now. It's a flowery Ori.
It's like a dripping wet, smelly, flower-covered Ori.
Beautiful man. Like
yeah,
let me write this down.
I feel like I'm getting married right now.
Alan will druid craft 2 roses and put them in each side of Alera's hair.
See, he made me look pretty.
Alan has a little bit more care with the druid craft than Weaver does.
Weaver just does things for function, not necessarily for.
Yeah, fair enough.
We're complaining about Ori stinking. Weaver makes flowers.
Okay, so all of you board the boats after this fiasco. This 40-minute excursion about with the rats, which is perfectly fine. I don't think I've laughed that in a while. But you guys,
we created the Bible. We did it.
This is like Alera's like original like villain origin story. Like this right here. This is how it's gonna start.
The orphan that found friends and rats, and her protector killed them all. Yes.
Yes.
Alera, I just want you to know I tried my best to get them off of me.
Alera's gonna look at Ori and just flip him off. She's learning so many new things, including.
Who taught you that?
I taught her that. You have a problem with it?
You know what?
I don't even know what it means. I was just told it was bad. And that's
Can
how I feel. That's
Alert.
how I feel right now.
You know what, Alara, you're grounded.
You can't grab me. You're not my dad.
Do you even know your dad?
No,
Oh,
you're not my dad.
Do you know what a dad is?
A dad? How the heck do I know what a dad is? I don't even have a mom or a dad. What the heck is that? Parents? Wouldn't know. Don't have them.
The boats start to raise up towards the lily of the sky.
Dude, you guys should meet my parents. They're great.
Captain Ander is not going to be happy about this.
I believe not.
And
I'm
that
like-
is how we have the name of the group.
I'm still obviously super pissed, but I'm also super tired. And even though I'm mad at Ori, I'm gonna go next to him and snuggle up against his leg and take a nap.
Dude, I almost had a rat army. I was this close.
You
Why
can.
did we remove the rats if you almost had a rat army?
Well, because they pissed and shit on me, and I got mad.
Dead?
And
Can
as
I- can I-
Botman says, we shall
can I-
call
can
you
I
the
do
rat
something?
bastard.
I have
Sure.
something I want to do.
Sure.
I'm gonna
Yeah, actually, that gives us a canonical reason to be called the Rat Bastards.
I
We
love
did it.
Ori. I love Ori very much, obviously, but I am very upset about the rats. And since he's upset about them peeing and shitting on him while we're on this boat, I'm gonna pee on his foot.
Okay, are you trying to do this stealthily or just doing it blatantly?
Oh, I want everyone to know I'm pissing on his foot. I am angry.
You just
Just do it on his head.
you just see
No, just
Alara.
his foot.
You just see Alara slightly lift her foot up, and or you just feel the ever so familiar warm scents just form all over your ankle down to your hoof, and you look down at Alara, and she looks like she's sleeping, but her leg's slightly lifted up, and she's just pissing all over you.
I'm going to casually slide the hem of my robe out of the way.
How far are we in the air?
What?
You're grounded. Sausages to the
How
ground.
far?
Sir?
How high up are
Sir?
we?
About at this point, about 200 feet.
God damn it!
Sir?
No, he wasn't gonna do anything to Lara.
Were you about to Michael Jackson that child?
Oh no!
Oh my god.
LeBron!
Take it, no.
No,
Yeetus the
no,
fetus.
Ori wasn't gonna do anything like that. He's gonna. I'll tell you after the session. He was just gonna throw his. He was gonna throw his axe at some random person down there and kill them instantly.
Oh, it's just a random innocent civilian. It's fine.
yeah.
It's one of those children we saved.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that one kid who Ori was nice to. Trash again.
Feel my wrath.
Okay.
She's happily sleeping now.
How?
Like
Or
it
it's good.
has just brushed over. Like it is.
Or he's gonna take a breath. How long are we on that airship for? How long is it gonna take to get where we need to go?
Yeah.
Well,
He's just asking everyone. Does anyone know?
No clue.
Fucking, I'll ask Andrew, I guess.
Takes about another minute and a half for you to go up. And you eventually find yourself on the deck of the Lily. Anders sitting there looking at you. His nose kind of furls. It smells like piss.
No, I don't want to talk about Andrew. How long is this? How long is this trip?
Depends on where you're going.
you know where we're going.
Wow, so we're going to. Well, if your goal is to go into the trench, Anaric is probably your best bet. I think that's. You can't fly into the trench, and you can't really fly over it because the wind's coming out of it. So.
Aradak it is.
Yeah, I hope the Great Bridge isn't full of monsters. That would suck.
Yeah. How long is that gonna take?
From here, assuming that our weather is good, probably 5 days.
Christ, I can't wait that. I mean, gods, I can't wait that long. Ed, is there someone on their ship that you least like?
I like all
maybe
of-
borderline hate. Like you're kind of iffy with him. You know, he just maybe a new guy. Andrew, I need this.
Sorry.
I've had a rough day.
There's more downstairs. Okay. Ori, I assume I know what you mean. How about this? Do any of you know resurrection spells?
Well,
Maybe.
This one does.
Are we talking like revivify?
Any spell. Anything that can bring
Okay.
people back to life.
Yeah, I thought I did, but I don't.
This one does.
How about this? Ori here can pay you back for the material cost of it. Ori? He'll just put his hands out. Go ahead, big guy.
I don't want to kill you. I like you.
Well, I'm not gonna let you kill any of my crew.
Well, then just bring it back.
Hold on, let me check.
I'll pay him for it. Just let me do it real quick.
It takes him about 10 minutes to search around, and eventually, he does find a deckhand that is 18 years old. And he just he walks up. You're looking for someone to kill?
Yep.
How much
Yep.
you paying?
How much do you make? What's your annual?
About 200 gold a year.
All right. How about 20 platinum?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Luke's in my room laying the dog in.
what is platinum?
30 platinum.
He'll just... And you guarantee you can bring me back, yeah?
Yep, we got it all set up.
He'll just...
This one is ready.
He'll just put his hands out, and he'll just be like, make sure you aim for the neck. It's the quickest, cleanest kill, alright?
I'm going for a neck, all right. He's gonna start rolling up the sheet, that blanket he has.
Oh my god. Okay.
All right, turn around.
Alright, well, can I face you when you kill me?
No, I don't want you to see this. This is gonna be horrifying. You're gonna be
Don't-
scarred for life.
Don't mutilate my body.
I'm not gonna mutilate you. I'm gonna choke you to death with this blanket.
That's a terrible... I was told my head was getting cut off.
I'm not gonna cut off your head.
That would be a horrible way to try to bring
That's a
you
hor-
back.
That's very awkward.
That would be.
There's gonna be. I don't want to leave a mess on this clean deck. I was gonna gesture to the clean deck.
Get on with it.
All right. Here we go. He's gonna start strangling him.
It's brutal.
Like he's gonna start strangling him. Like
it's
what's the guy's name from Hitman? Agent
Agent 42.
Agent 42.
40. I thought
No,
it was
it's
47.
47.
47.
He's gonna start strangling him. His fists are clenching on the blanket.
And after about 2.5 minutes of struggle, because it takes a while to actually smother someone. If you were going straight for the neck with your hands, it'd be a little quicker. It takes about 2.5 minutes before the body just go limp.
Now.
Oh.
Oh.
That he's dead, and then immediately cast Revivify.
Damn, that felt good.
Okay. So, in my world, in my game, the Revivify rules are I have to roll a d20. And anything 10 and above is a success. Anything below is a failure. So, does anybody want to attempt to lower the DC by 1? Each success. So how it works is that if you call to the spirit and try to convince it to come back to its body, I could have you roll a persuasion check or something along those lines, and if you succeed, it lowers the DC by 1. Anybody want to try to do that, or do you just want me to straight roll this?
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. Separately, how are you going to convince the soul of this poor deckhand to come back?
Beep is just going to look up into the sky and
Wait,
just go beep, like with arms outstretched, like
Can only
inviting it
one
to
of-
come back.
Can only one of us do this?
Up to 4.
Can I try as well? I have a pretty high perception.
No,
It's
it's persuasion.
Oh, persuasion. I
Yeah.
lied. You don't want that one. Oh.
Okay.
Persuasion too.
Beep, roll a persuasion check.
I just rolled my persuasion. It's 23.
Woo.
Okay, that succeeds.
Or I was gonna say, hey, I'll come back. I got money for you.
Persuasion check with advantage.
Do I use advantage?
No, unless you have a good reason to.
Dirty 20. Man, I got a pretty good persuasion.
That's another success. Okay.
Elka will also be like, you're too young to actually be dead, so you can probably want to come back and finish your life, right?
Yep. Roll persuasion check.
You're a cute one.
Roll again and take the lower.
You're a cute one. That's what you're gonna say to bring her back to life.
23.
23. That's another success.
Horrible.
Jesus
Todd, you're
Christ.
rolling with disadvantage, so roll another one and take the lower of between your. Okay, 17.
Okay.
16 was the DC. So, all right. So if I roll a 6 or higher, he comes back. If I roll a 5 or lower, the poor guy stays dead.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna shit myself.
We might want to reverse that, given your rolls.
So I just rolled and that was a cocked, but it cocked on a 1. So just so
Why is
you're aware.
Then reviving them, not doing the roll. Why are you doing it?
DM does the roll. That's just how I have it in my homebrew rules. Okay, I rolled a 12.
Yeah, he's alive. Woo.
He immediately opens his eyes and you see movement in his chest. So that was wild. Whoa.
Look,
fun?
the cute one. He's
Had a good
alive.
time?
No, I didn't. That hurt.
Oh, okay. Well, it was supposed to. Here's the money.
Thanks, friend.
I'm gonna walk
Godspeed.
over and help him up and be like, "Come on, cute boy, you gotta get up. Let's go." And I track him up.
You think I'm cute?
I said you thought you
She's
were
way
cute.
too young for you, man.
Yeah, look at Thaddeus. Yeah, that's weird, dude. And he'll just walk away with a platinum.
If you want to do that again, let me know.
If it's not suffocation
Oh,
next time, I'll think about it.
All right, yeah, tell your friends. It's an easy money.
We'll look at you. Do you feel satisfied?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. My day's a little bit better now. But I'm back to normal.
Good. Captain, I think we should get in the air. I agree. Welcome aboard. And he will start getting the ship prepped to take off. So you guys are back in the sky. I'm just laughing at the fact that this music playing in the background. The name of it's called Cheerful Theme.
Outstanding.
Drag you guys. So you guys are back. Unfamiliar Lily of the Sky.
It was pretty good.
Successfully bringing Alan aboard. You take off into the air and you begin into the night. Your first night in the air, heading towards the Rania Trench. I'm going to need. My assumption is Vivra, but if anybody else is staying up on the top deck,
Yeah, or you'll be on top.
okay.
I'll be there with him as well.
Would Arya be up top?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say let's have Ori and Arya roll a perception check for me.
14.
Take the first one. 19. Okay. Clear skies. Not much clouds. Not many clouds in the sky. It is a bit. How do I put it? It is eerily calm in the sky. And for Arya, it's the first time you've been on a skyship since you flew back with everybody. And it's weird not flying in the air with your wings moving. It is a kind of an alien sense. Ori, you kind of get the same sense of calm where it's like it's almost an eerie calm, like almost like a calm before the storm. But hardly any clouds in the sight. Starry sky, and for the most part, feeling a little relieved after you choked a guy out. But the night goes on without much issue. You wake up the next day. Before I have a survival check from somebody, is there anything anybody wants to do specifically for this day?
Ara's a little scared to be up here. She thinks she'll fly off. So she tied herself to one of the masts with a rope.
Okay, so you tie yourself to the mast of the mast with some rope. Okay. Easy enough. Zane, are you making anything today?
Yeah, how many days of travel we got?
5 days, 6 nights.
Yeah, I'll be making stuff.
Okay. I'm not gonna go back. That's a little too creepy. Adventure begins. What does this sound like? I don't think I've ever clicked on this one.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, sure. It kind of is okay battle music too. I don't know if I dig it. Kind of sounds like Smash. Kind of sounds like Smash Bros.
Yeah, it's kind of got a I don't know. It's got a good feeling, I think.
A little too upbeat for me. Yeah, there we go. So, what are you making today, Zane? Just out of curiosity.
Alchemy jug.
Another
Sure.
alchemy jug or alchemy jug. Okay. Easy enough to do. You have the I assume you have the materials for it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
All right. Is there anything else anybody's doing?
Sleeping.
So sleeping. All right.
Sleeping.
Playing the piano.
Okay. Make a performance check, Thaddeus. Nine. You're still not getting it as well as you want to. It is trending upwards, but you do miss some keys and a little bit rusty after being away from it for a few days. But it's passable enough.
Ori's going to let's get attempt to do a cartwheel. Let's go practice cartwheels.
Make an acrobatics check.
God, I hope he doesn't fall off.
Go to below deck.
Oh, well then you're gonna have to make acrobatics check with disadvantage. It's not a very high ceiling down there.
Oh shit. I'll start here and go like to the right.
Okay. Make an acrobatics check then.
21.
21. your horns barely clear the ground or the floor of the top deck, but you are able to successfully do a backflip
Cartwheel.
or cartwheel. Sorry, yeah.
That wasn't bad. Dude, I could do that.
You're pretty dexterous for your size. So it's not like it's impossible, but it is with your size. You can run into some snags.
Oh. Do I still have my needle and thread that
Yep.
Zane made for me? I'm gonna repair my new hole in my cloak.
Make a dexterity check.
By the way, that doesn't go away unless I make new tools.
Okay.
Or
Using
unless
that, so-
unless it somehow breaks.
Yep.
Do I do a
And then it just
dexterity
magically
saving throw
vanishes.
or just roll my dex?
You roll a dex check. 8.
What the hell?
You've sewed before, but
I rolled a 1.
No, you rolled a 3.
Oh.
Your regular dexterity is +5. So you're normally pretty good with your hands when it comes to doing finesse like abilities, but for some reason you start to look at your cloak, and whether it's from the wear and tear of using it all the time or the amount of times you've been stabbed, the amount of times it's ripped, this hole that the blade axe created was a bit more messy than you anticipated. There's a few more threads that are missing, so you're able to stitch it up the best you can, but it's not the best. It's not your best work.
I'm gonna ask Zane if there's anything he might be able to do.
I am not a sewer, sir. I am a blacksmith.
I could try.
No, yeah, I'm all set. You stink.
Why are you so mean to me?
Because you fucking hit me with an axe twice or 3 times.
You did kind of ask for it.
Okay, maybe the last time.
Actually, I don't know. The other time you tried to cast a spell on me, I think.
Oh, I tried to make you smile.
Why didn't you just tell a funny joke or something, or say something nice to me? You never say anything nice to me.
I,
You're just
You
mean to
should
me.
say something nice to him.
Yeah, you should be more positive.
I think I did say something when you died.
Yeah, you're pretty nice to me there, but then you just went back to being mean, and it's really thrown me off.
Well, it's because you've been a dick to me.
All right, I'm sorry. Now, okay, now you apologize to me.
All right, I'm sorry.
Okay, now we're straight. We're good. We're set.
We're straight.
Well, now I'm straight, huh?
Well, no, that's not what I meant.
I know. We've got to work with you on your humor.
I think I'm a funny guy. Not as funny as Beep, but
You sometimes don't understand the humor.
see, he's the comedy guy.
Beep, 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 beep.
Make a charisma check, Beep.
Alright. 15.
Strangely, him beeping is kind of funny.
See, he's a funny guy. He's pretty funny. It's like a respectable comedy.
It's dry humor.
All right, let's just not try to kill each other any again.
I was trying to kill you. I thought you were just something else. I would have just willingly throw my axe at you. It's just a misunderstanding.
I'm gonna say let's have Weaver make a survival check. Wait, he's not here. Never mind. I wasn't looking up. Let's do. Don't rush back if you don't have to, bingo. Let's go with Thaddeus. Make a survival check. This system's fucking you over tonight, Todd.
I know.
Sorry, I was dealing with outside forces.
You're fine. If you'd like to make a survival
all I
check
heard
as
was-
well, you can.
Survival?
Yep. Not much better.
Ooh,
You rolled a 3.
I rolled a 3.
Um,
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have Mousy. Can you roll me a d12, please?
Oh God.
10.
Okay. Hi, Jackson. What's up, buddy? A wild Beagle Husky mix, giant one, just lands on your ship. No, that's my dog.
Puppy.
But you're sleeping. You're kind of taking a nap. Elka. You do feel the sky start to get the turbulence get a little bit more heavy. Everybody on top deck, you feel the winds starting to really pick up. To the point where it's almost uncomfortable to be out in it for too long. The wind starts to get cold. What and nobody well, one more roll for okay. What nobody on the ship sees or notices is you look to your right and you see a storm cloud starting to develop almost out of nowhere. Vivra, along with Alan, both of your passive perceptions, you look at this storm cloud, and in the center of it, you see a swirling air humanoid-like creature starting to kick up the storm. You would recognize this as an air elemental. And it's about 500 feet away from the ship.
Cool. By which I mean not cool. Da, 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 da. Okay. I am going to ready a spell. Yeah, I'm gonna ready a spell for if the elemental you said he was how far away did you say?
About 500-600 feet away. Not terribly close, but a little bit too close for comfort.
I'm gonna get ready to cast Control Winds.
Okay.
Normally I would want to do this as a ritual, but I think with actively seeing it, I have it prepared. The question is, do I want to, and I'll probably ask Ander his opinion. I'll give him a description of the spell, and ask Ander if that would be useful to kind of give us a burst of speed, or to try and get the try to use like a downdraft to knock the thing down.
Ander will look at you. He'll look
Crazy.
over, see it. That's a pretty
It's okay.
different creature. I know we've dealt with elementals before. And I heard about your fight with the two in that mansion on Abrax, but air elementals are different. They control all wind. So using wind to try to combat it seems like not a great idea.
Would a strong gust into the sails help us get away?
It would speed us up. I don't know if it will outspeed an air elemental. And at this point, Alan will walk up. Well, I have something like that too. And what if we're both doing it? That might work. Yeah, let's shoot. Let's try it.
Alrighty.
So you're casting control winds?
Yep.
Okay.
I guess that just makes it appear and it doesn't knock the spell slot out, but you get the idea.
Control winds is a what level spell? Fifth level?
Fifth.
Okay. Alan will look at you. All right, friend. One fell swoop, all right? And, like, you're in Avatar The Last Airbender. All of you who are on top deck, you see both Alan and Vivra plant their feet and winds start to shift around them. And you feel this air getting lighter and lighter. And you just watch as they blast a jet stream of air on both sides of the main sail. And it launches it forward enough that it almost knocks some of you off your feet, except for Arya, because she's tied to the mast. Elka, this immediately wakes you up.
I am awake. I will run up to the top deck.
And you just see both Alan and Vivra just literally punching a stream of air into the main mast. And you look over to what would be your left, and you see what looks to be this elemental-like creature, which you're now coming into full view. Vivra, you can also see it. Looks to be wearing almost like a conjured plate armor. It looks like it's wearing armor and like a helmet. And it's coming at you fairly fast. I'm going to say the speed of Lily. Does control wind specifically give a +2 speed?
It does not. It's
you already put it in there.
Yeah. The closest that you could say is it basically makes difficult terrain if you're moving against the wind. So
Okay, so we'll rule cool it.
double, I guess. With it.
Double speed. The Lily moving at full speed can move at 200 feet in the air per round. So we'll say 400 feet in the air per round. You guys are fucking zooming. And you look back in this air elemental, as hard as it's trying to catch up, you see it blowing wind behind it, trying to shoot itself and lunge itself farther and closer with this storm cloud following behind it, and you guys just outpace it completely. And it is literally gone with the wind.
Ew.
So.
Dust in the wind. I'm gonna start playing Dust in the Wind on the piano.
Roll another performance check. 13. It's passable. But you guys do outpace that encounter, so I will put away those notes.
Elka's gonna rub her eyes and go, why did you wake me up for this? And then go back downstairs.
Before anybody could say anything to her, she's already downstairs and probably already back asleep. But the day goes on without much issue. Night falls, and I will roll this time for the crew. Yeah, you guys are fucking zooming. That's what I was saying. You guys are ripping.
I actually did the calculate. It is about 45 miles an hour.
And you can control it up to an hour. So it's,
Nope.
I would say with that speed, you just lessen the travel time from 5 days to 3 days.
Murdoch, what are you doing?
Nitro.
Drop it.
Well, no, I'd say I'd say let's go. You lose a day of travel for that, or you gain a day of travel. What do you say?
You're just trying to make it so magic can't make more things. I see.
No, it's just that travel's boring, and I'm trying to give any excuse for it to work that way. Okay.
Or you will push the boat. I know we're flying.
Or he's desperately hanging on to the back of the boat, kicking his legs.
He's gonna attempt to kick air, like my guy in Naruto.
But you guys go through the night without much issue. Second day of travel. Unless anybody wants to do anything specific. Yes, Murdoch's been hopping up in your chair constantly. Every time you get up, he's just like, he's either there or like I see his little nose poking up. So,
Good, because he stole a pistachio. I have a bowl like over here.
he wanted that goddamn pistachio, bro. Like, he got the shell. He got that shell earlier, and he finally tasted blood.
Crunch the whole damn thing.
But second day of travel. I'm gonna go ahead and have you guys. Let's say Zane roll a survival check for me.
God, that's
I love making you roll because they suck.
20.
20.
Not natty, by the way, but
Clean skies, clean air. It is exhilarating to be in the open air. You look down and the Blackrun Forest is extending outwards everywhere you can see, but you don't feel, you're too high up to feel any sort of strangeness that comes from the forest. You do see peeking out of the treetops, you see various what seem to be elven-like buildings that are congregated in one giant area. I'm gonna say we'll go with Thaddeus, Zane, and Thaddeus, Zane, and we'll go with Beep. Roll a history check for me.
Beep is literally the worst person to roll a
26.
history check, but I rolled a nat 20.
Natural 20, a 26. Okay. So, you assume how far you've gone. You are aware of most of the elven settlements within Sylvania. Because they're pretty well known. And they're well known to be hostile towards anybody that isn't an elf. Pretty much. They're very sacred areas for the elves. You assume since the Haverlow Mountains are well behind you that you've already passed Felonor, which is considered widely by most historians to be the oldest city ever in creation. Artemis tends to try to take that title for itself, but most scholars believe that Felonor is by far older and predates the fracture by thousands of years. But you assume you're not there. You assume you're in the farther northern city, the sister city of Felonor. You look down and you assume that you guys are flying over the elven city of Aramel. Aramel is primarily a warrior, a warrior city. A lot of elven guard that end up joining the paladins in Artemis come from that city. You would also know that the queen of Sylvania hails from Aramel. And you would also know that the marriage between her and the king was primarily political, and it was primarily to strengthen the ties between the most major human settlement and one of the more major elven settlements post fracture. So, as you fly over, clear skies. You kind of take in the beauty of the what looks small from up here, but are large elven-made buildings that seem to be one with nature. They very much if you want over the table or at the top of the table inspiration, like Lothlorien from Lord of the Rings, very much within the trees, elven community. But you continue on, and the night falls, and nothing happens. Everyone gets a long rest. And the third day of travel comes, and immediately the breeze and smell of open ocean hits your nose. And you look down, and you are staring at what looks to be is either the Ira Sea or the southern branch of the Arawa Sea. It's hard to tell because it is starting to become foggy. But you do see off in the distance, and I'm rolling off the history checks. You see, out of everything you've been seeing, of natural beauty, of nature basically overtaking humanity and other humanoid cultures, you have now seen what is the most glaring man-made object that you've probably ever seen in your life. As you look down and you see a bridge that stretches from an open shoreline that stretches across from where you're at, it seems to be endless. And this bridge, from your guess, is probably a mile wide. And you look out upon it, and you can't even see the other side of it. Zane, Thaddeus, Beep, honestly, all of you except for probably Alera and Ori. And Arya, you wouldn't know about it either. This is the Great Bridge of Anaric. Zane and Beep, you would know that this bridge was built pretty much right after the fracture to connect the two, both the Fleur region and the Zagros region of Sylvania. And the assumption is made that the bridge was created on top of an older bridge that was destroyed during the fracture. But as you're approaching that, I'm gonna let's have Arya roll a survival check. It's a natural one. And Squirtle's back, everybody.
Rip.
Don't even start.
Yeah. Squirtle, roll a d8 for me.
How do I do that? How do I do that again?
Roll a d8. So go to dice on the left. So your left menu where you have like your pointer clicker, and then there's a square. Go all the way down to where you see what looks like a d20, and then you'll have all your options for rolling dice. You just gotta click on it and drag. Five. Okay. Okay. As you guys look over the bridge, you're taken back by the sheer size of this man-made object. Just trying to ponder how long it took to build something like this. And as you're thinking about that, you see launch itself out of the ocean a sea serpent-like creature that is, you guys are about, at this point descending towards Anorak, because Anorak is on the other side of the bridge. You guys are about 3,000 feet in the air. This creature is probably, from what you can guess from how far up you are, it looks to be about the size of, it's probably every bit of like 100 to 200 feet long, and its head is massive, and it is currently what looks to be attacking people on the bridge. You just see little dots scrambling all over the place.
Well, I'm glad that's not us.
I can't see this kid. I'm tied to the mast, can I?
Nope.
This one agrees.
I have some ball bearings we could throw down.
We should probably save those for later.
Can I have, let's say, Alara? Can I just roll a d20 for me?
Yeah. That would be a 18.
Cool. This creature that is attacking the bridge, you see it start to spray some sort of like energy water beam out of its mouth. And as you kind of like look at it, you're like, well, luckily that's not me. You then look on the other side of the bridge, and another one pops up and is looking around.
Oh.
And then another one pops up. It's next to the one closest to you. And then what looks to be, from as far down as you're looking, another one, but about 20 times the size as the ones that are attacking the bridge, shoots up out of the water, and its head, from here, from as far away as you are, it looks to be about the size of a bear in retrospect. This is a massive creature. And immediately, with an 18, it looks right at your ship.
You that wind thing again?
No. This, yeah, sure. The only person who would even think to know about this is Zane. Zane, roll a nature check for me.
Damn it. Actually, pretty good on my part. That's not, though. We can make it better, though, with a little flash of genius. That's 18.
With that nature check, you immediately know these are some form of sea serpent, but the big one, you kind of get an inkling that this is the great Leviathan of the sea. This is what could be considered a great worm, and immediately starts to click in your head. The scale, you were told, if you remember correctly, you were told in Artemis that the city was leveled by a great worm, bigger than anything they've ever seen. You starts to click in your head that maybe this has some relation. And as you start to think this, a jet of water shoots as you're descending, which Ander, rolling for him, has not even noticed. just starts to descend towards Anaric like normal. Notices you, Vaten, specifically, and Zane. You notice a jet of water coming from the mouth of this massive creature, and it's heading right for your ship.
I'm going to, obviously without, well, no, if that was a reaction spell, I would be able to do this, I think. But I'm guessing a control winds to try and juke us out of the way somehow. Wouldn't go off in time.
It wouldn't. Luckily, though, hitting a moving target, as small as you are compared to it, from that far away, is a difficult task for anything. And I rolled a 2 on the dice. And by the way, to hit, I needed to roll a 4. Just so we're aware. A jet of water sprays up over your airship as it descends. For the you realize the creature not taking into account that not taking into account the descending nature of the ship, and all of you get sprayed by this rain of water, and as it arcs over you, and as you go to descend, at this point, Andrew's like, "What the shit?" and immediately starts to ascend a little bit more. And as you look down, you see this creature kind of like slink down and look right at you, Weavra. Almost like it locks eyes with you. And make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. I'm not on the right tab, so I don't know what I rolled. Okay, that's okay. Not great.
17. You hear a voice in your head say, "It's all right. I'm friendly. You can be my friend." You are now charmed by this creature. All of you see Vlivra look down over the ship, lift one leg over the banister, and jump off.
It's unfortunate, isn't it?
Well, it was nice knowing him.
Well, it's a bit of a Tuesday for
all of you.
Weavra,
All of you notice this happening, and I gotta change music because Friendly Land is not.
Can I untie myself and jump off, try to get him?
I'm gonna say make a dexterity check because this is a snap decision. Weavra, as you're falling to the ground, you feel a moment of weightlessness. Oh, it takes you a little time to get yourself untied. You're eventually able to do it, but he's already fallen about 200 feet. And as Alan notices it, and as that's not the right music. I turned it off. Thank you.
I kind of liked it.
Yeah. As Alan notices it and Ander notices it, Ander immediately descends rapidly. So he just yells, "Hold on!" He starts to descend. Alan, immediately you see him go from his normal fur-bulk self, and you see him transform into a giant eagle. And he just takes off down after you. You're falling at terminal velocity. So you're falling at 120 feet per round. A giant eagle can fly at a nosedive at 90 feet. Ari, I assume you're jumping off the follow.
Yes.
Okay. Alan's gonna look at you and just he's trying to find you. I'd say since we're out of a round, make another wisdom saving throw. You have the ability to break it. Unfortunately, you are still in a trance, and you're just accepting you feel this like haze and warmth come over you, and you just feel yourself being taken by the will of this giant serpent creature. Alan quickly following after you. He, oh boy, you see the shit. Arya, you jump off. You see the ship descending quickly and almost dropping out of the sky, trying to catch up. And we'll see if the ship catch. Oh my god. Okay. As Alan's diving and Arya, you're trying to catch up, the ship passes you, Arya. Ander has completely turned off all magic gear and is just free falling. All of you are now free falling on an airship. So I'm going to need you to. I'm random rolling for this. So I'm going to need you to make a. I'm going to need to make everybody in the party except for Vlivra and Arya. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm not on the deck right
Nat
now.
20. Nat 20.
Can I try to cast a spell?
Sure.
I want to cast Water Sphere.
Okay. And how? Water sphere. What does it do? Cantrip sphere. 20 feet from you. Any creature's sphere must make a strength saving throw. Large or smaller creature.
It's just to help him slow down.
Okay, so problem is, so you can cast that. I have no problem with that. Mind you, even with your diving, so you diving down, your normal speed's 30 feet, your flying speed is 40 feet, which I don't think I've ever written down, but that's the case for Aarakocra. So if you're doubling that dive bomb, you're 80 feet. You're traveling 80 feet. Currently, Weaver's traveling at 120 feet because of terminal velocity, and you started 300 feet behind, so you're not catching up.
Okay.
However, the ship is.
Doesn't it take a couple turns to get to terminal velocity?
Yes, technically yes, but because of the delay in Arya not being that's why I had her roll a dexterity saving throw to try to get out of the ropes. If she rolled high enough, there would have been a chance. Okay, so let's get to these dexterity saves. Beep succeeds. Beep, you're able to grab on for dear life. Dig your claws in and grab on, and you're not moving. Weaver, you're somewhere over here. Alan's chasing after you in bird form, and Arya's chasing after you. Oh no. Alara, you're able to grab onto Ori, which is a plus with a 15. However, your legs are just up in the air. You're hanging on for dear life. Elka, you're in the bottom. You're in your room, sleeping, reading a book.
On the ceiling.
You are not seeing anything going on, and just all of a sudden hearing hang on to something, and not having enough time to hang on. You smacked into the roof of the top deck of the boat. You're muted, by the way.
I did roll an 18.
Right.
I'm still on the ceiling. Okay.
But
You said it were. Oh.
This is a 300-foot long airship dropping out of the sky.
How's the Aristo crew doing?
I'm rolling for him now.
Well,
See if there's a bunch of people just flying out.
You said there was water below us, right?
The one guy you already killed is like, no, I just got revived.
So there is sea below, but falling at terminal velocity and hitting water is concrete. So
Like a wild shape into a goldfish.
Oh my god. Wrong show.
Turn into a sailing fish.
So we're now, mind you, we're about 2,500, 3,000 feet in the air. Make another wisdom saving throw for me, because at this point we're 28. the DC
Hallelujah.
the DC's 22. It's just so you do snap out of it, but you find yourself free falling.
Okay. Do I have enough time to perform an action?
Yeah. Yeah, there were 6 seconds. I mean, you're now falling at 120 feet per round. And we've gone through about 6 rounds now.
Wow.
I will go ahead and
I feel like this music's necessary.
Take Alan's lead and wild shape myself into a giant eagle.
You spread your wings, and as Alan sees you snap out of it and turn wild shape into an eagle, he folds out his wings. Arya, you're now just starting to catch up to them, assumingly, but you're now looking down at a airship that is free falling. As you guys stop, you catch your breath, and then you feel the wind of the airship going right past you at terminal velocity. Everyone else that rolled, so 24, Ori, you're able to grab on. Zane, you're also able to grab on. 20 was
So the
decent.
ship stopped on its own?
No, it's just going.
Can I cast control water to try to shoot water up to slow it down?
You'd have to get a little bit closer, but yeah, you could certainly try.
Well, yeah, because my range is 300 feet.
Ander, for his dexterity saving throw, rolled a 20, which is the DC. However, his crew was not so lucky. 3 crewmates just are off the side of the ship. They're gone.
Rip.
You do
Rip, soldiers.
Alan does see them, and he is going to go after them.
They also would like to go after.
However, Ander, when he realizes that you guys are okay, he, with all his might, cranks the magical engines up. It's now the creature's turn. Yeah, it's gonna spot Weaver, Alan, and Arya in the sky. Now probably about 1,000 feet from it. Okay. At this range, it's time for dexterity saving throws. Weaver, I need Alan and I need Arya to make a dexterity saving throw.
I need to look up a giant eagle stats.
It's a plus. I have it. Hold on.
God damn it, I am back.
All because there's a natural one on a survival check, guys.
Yeehaw.
+3, okay. 7. Ooh.
Yeah, like I said, I'm back.
I need my D6s.
Can we vote Tiny off the island?
18.
Yeah, I'm going
No,
back to
he was
Thailand.
off the island for too long as it has been.
Sorry, Tiny, you don't get a rose.
And Alan rolls. Wow. Alan's the only one that succeeded with his +3 to dexterity saving throws. With a 17. 20 was the DC. So
I got it too.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't have the.
Oh, then
Yeah, I didn't
you're
have the-
okay. So you're gonna okay, cool. How many did I just roll? I need 4 more.
What, baby? What?
Okay.
Whew. So slappy.
Six, 8, 4, 60. Arya, you take 63 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
As you're hit by a jet of water from this massive Leviathan-like creature. Arya and or no, sorry, no,
63?
63 points of. Sorry, it wouldn't be bludgeoning, it'd be force damage. Weavra takes half that. So that would be rounded up. That would be 32 points. And Alan also takes 32 points. You are knocked off your because the dexterity saving throw. You are now, if it hits midair target, you are now free falling. Because of the failed dex save. So sorry. So 32. So all of you go to try to catch these crewmates. And you're just blasted by this jet of water. They're also blasted by it because they're close enough. Oh no. Before you can even have a chance to grab them, they're just killed. All three of them failed their dex saves. So they are now, you watch them just get blown away and they're gone. You're able to, wild shape is just, no, wild shape, it's not polymorph. So it's not concentration. So you are.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hold up.
Giant Eagle is 26. So yeah, you do get knocked out of your Giant Eagle form.
Well, balls. But I do get that much HP back.
You do, yeah. You do get 6 points of it. You get 6.
Oh, wait a second.
You only take 6 points to your total each.
Hold that thought. Hang on. Oh no. Okay, I was looking at something else.
It's just -6 then for your actual HP.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Alan also falls out of his Giant Eagle form. Okay, at this point in time, I need everyone to roll initiative. I can't believe we're doing this now.
Oh, baby, that 20.
Oh wait, hold on, let me get that initiative tracker up.
I'm downstairs, so give me a couple seconds to get back upstairs.
Yeah, no worries.
Walking, climbing, turning, walking, turning.
Ooh. Valera with a 5. Oof.
Yay.
Okay. 10, 18 for... 23 for 16 for Ori, and then Alan needs to be added, and Lander on the board he is, and will represent the rest of the ship. Jesus. I just rolled a natural 1 and a natural 2 for their initiative. Okay. This is about to get pretty Western here. Okay. Well, yeah, that's a... Okay. Holy fuck. So Alan's initiative is a 3. And Anders is a 5. I believe... Yeah, you are faster, Valera, so... Descending. Okay, this is gonna go well. Alright, so... The ship is starting to slow down. It's terminal fall. With...
Arya should be ahead of me, by the way.
Okay, yeah. Starting that terminal fall, Zane, you are holding onto the side of the boat. You're on the side of the boat. You see this sea creature that just basically shot 3 crewmates and 3 of your friends out of the sky. What do you want to do?
How far away is it?
About 1,000 feet at this point.
I can do nothing. There's literally nothing I can do. So I will pass my turn.
Okay. So you can use your action to hold on if there's and they'll give you an advantage on dexterity saving throws.
Yeah, I'll tie myself to something to where I can still I'm tied with a rope to it, but still have enough to move.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, Arya, you just got blasted for 63. Welcome back. What do you want to do? You're currently free falling. You can catch yourself, but it's going to take all your movement to do that. Sorry, half your movement.
I have no clue.
You're about at this point you're about 100 feet above the sky ship, and you do see it starting to really all 4 of the magic crystals on the side are starting to glow really bright, trying to slow down.
Would air bubble work to help slow me down?
I mean, you do have wings.
Yeah.
It's half your movement to catch yourself. You could use your action to sprint, which would give you another 40 feet in the air. So you technically would have 60 feet to move.
Yeah, let's try that. Let's try to slow myself down.
Okay, easy enough. You slow yourself down, and you're able to. Now you have 20 feet of movement. If you want to use your action to move closer to the boat, you could do that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so you're now trying to dive bomb towards the boat. That is your turn. You have a bonus action if you want to try to use it. If you have healing potions, if you have healing word, could give you some HP. If you have that, I don't know if you do.
The only really thing I have is freaking mass cure wounds, and I really don't want to waste that right now.
Okay. Mass cure wounds.
turn.
Mass cure wounds is an action, anyways. So okay, so
Yeah.
that's your turn. Weaver, you are currently free falling now. You're falling at about 60 feet around. So you get shot out of your form. You're like, where'd my wings go? And now you're starting to fall. What do you want to do?
Alrighty. Can I tell if the ship is going to be able to catch itself?
It's hard to tell. I'm gonna go off your passive perception here. It's hard to tell, but you do see all 4 magical gems, rocks, just going as full bright as they can, and you do see it starting to catch itself and slow down.
Okay, so they have time to catch themselves.
That's the hope.
Well, if it's a hope and not a guarantee, I'm gonna go ahead and use. Oh, Alan, catch me! I'm gonna go ahead and use my action to cast Control Winds under the ship with an updraft to try and help them. Worst case, slow down. Best case, not completely die.
Fair enough. Okay. So that's your action. You have movement, but you can't move while you're free falling. Your movement is your free fall. So
Yep.
All right.
And I don't really have bonus action, so that'll do it.
Okay. Alrighty, I'm just double checking something. Okay, so that's your turn. Ori, you're hanging on for dear life as the ship is still falling. What do you want to do?
I don't think there's. Is there anything I can do?
You can use your action to hold on, which will give you advantage on any dexterity saving throws that may happen.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Alrighty, so you take that action. Beep. It's your turn. Doing the same thing, or do you have anything in mind?
Probably just gonna hang on to the mast.
Okay.
As much as I can.
So you take the hold on action. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. Thaddeus, you're on the piano. What do you want to do? You guys are still falling. You're falling slower.
I'm gonna start playing "Wind Beneath My Wings."
Okay.
Or the theme to Titanic.
Make a performance check with disadvantage because you are currently free falling. It sounds like shit. You can't even hit the keys, really.
And I'm basically gonna find some way to secure myself to the piano.
Okay, so the best you could do with item use is an action and hold on is an action. So you playing your song, fuck it, I'll say it. You trying to play
that was a joke.
Oh, okay. Well then okay, then you're gonna use the hold on action. Gotcha. That's fine. Elka, you slammed into the top of the ceiling, and you have now, since with it slowing down, you have fallen back down onto the bed. You did take 6 points of bludgeoning damage when you smacked into the ceiling, though.
Okay.
What do you want to do? You have no idea what's going on. You just started to free fall.
I guess I'll run upstairs to the top deck.
All right, I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity. No, we'll go with acrobatics because it's still falling, just not as fast.
26.
26. It takes you a second, but you're able to get up to the door and you see the ship just rapid. Like, in your mind, it's rapid falling, but you have no idea how fast you're falling before. And you see, with your passive perception, you see Arya, Alan, and Vivra just nowhere to be seen. And a few crewmates are gone.
Did I use all my movement, or can I move from here?
You used all of your movement, so if you wanted to move, you'd have to use the action to dash. We have already established going from your room to the top door is about as your full movement.
I don't think there's much I could do other than, I mean, can I use my, I'll use my one charge of summon Fae. Okay. I'll summon something to help out, I guess.
So summon Fae. I have to go grab a Fae token. So it's a Fae spirit. It doesn't actually have a token. You can make it look however you want. How do you want the Fae spirit to look?
I don't know, like a little bunny, I guess, with wings.
Okay, well, that's the Fae spirit because that's the token I got.
Perfect. I love him.
Okay. If that's what you're going to be using from now on, I will find something on the internet for a token. And I will also give you, let's see, can I show? Let's see, how do I do this? Can I show this to party? Just look up Face Spirit for a stat block for that, by the way.
Okay. Is it strong enough to hold on to Alara, for instance?
That's a good question. Yeah, its strength is 13, so it has a +1.
Okay. am just going to tell it to watch over Elara and make sure that if she falls, she doesn't fucking die.
Okay, that is its action. So it's gonna fly over. Alara, you're gonna see this like little rabbit with wings, glowing rabbit with wings, come and grab you and just hang on to you. That is okay. Just that's for my sake. Cast at 3rd level, so its AC is 15. Cool. Okay, is that your turn then?
Yeah.
Okay, it's now Anders' turn. Anders going to use his action to course correct. So he's trying to slow down the ship. That will slow the falling speed by half or from what it already was. So now the ship is now falling at about 30 feet per round.
Does the updraft do anything to that?
Oh, yeah. Actually, you see the ship just stop in the air. So it is now floating. You immediately, you're with your with your brain and how sharp you are, even though you're falling, you understand that Ander being that reckless, he knew that the ship could do what it needed to slow down.
Yeah. I kind of knew that, but I also gut instincts wasn't going to 100% gamble on it.
That's fair. Okay. So yeah, the ship is now stopped. Old token Alara. So the Face Spirit is currently holding on to Alara. The ship has now stopped. It is now Alara's turn. You're being held by this bunny.
So, like,
Can I yell at her and be like, "That's mine. He's just gonna keep you safe," so she's not freaking out.
Talking is free. Yeah.
Okay.
Me, who's just about on the verge of screaming. How far are we from like water below?
At this point, about 800 feet, 750 feet.
I don't really know what to do. There's not really much I can do, but could I cast, just because Alara is so scared not knowing what's going to happen, could Alara cast water breathing?
Yeah.
It's going to up to 10 willing creatures within range, so 30 feet. So if for any reason any of us fall overboard into this water, we can breathe underwater.
You can hold that. You can hold that spell.
Some of us have rings.
Yeah. There's water
Is it-
walking rings. There's not water breathing rings.
Oh, you're right. My bad.
I gave out some hats of water breathing.
So you could, for people in range, you could get Ori.
And like, could that work for myself as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just because Alara's so fucking terrified, she's gonna cast water breathing.
Okay.
So, none of us like drown and shit and can't breathe. Just in case we get in the water.
Okay. All right. So it's now up to Alan. Let me see here. I do as a. Cool. Well, that's encouraging. Alan's going to look at you, Libra, as you both are now free falling. He's going to reach out his hand. He's going to cast Polymorph on you.
Okay.
Since you guys are pretty much right next to each other. He's going to grab onto you and, try to reach towards you. Polymorph isn't a touch spell. And he's going to cast Polymorph. He's going to turn you into another giant eagle.
Okay.
And then he's going to...
I will choose to fail the saving throw.
I assume so.
Yeah.
He's then going to... You're going to see him use his bonus action to turn into another giant eagle.
Okay.
That may give you insight on the type of druid he is.
That gives me plenty of insight.
Yeah.
It doesn't give Weaver any insight,
but it gives you insight. Yeah.
It gives me insight.
So now you guys are both flying, and you're now about. Be glad he did that because you were about 40 feet above where the top deck is, and you're about as far out as you are how I have you. So you are now flying. However,
I also would have had time to wild shape again, though, right?
you used your action to use control wind. This is the same round. That's that.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I would have had a future round to do this, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
You would have just fallen past the ship.
Yeah, that would have been fine with that. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I understood the situation, right?
Yeah. So Alan's gonna look at you, and he's going to take off and fly and land. Well, actually, he can't land. He's gonna hover above the ship, since he doesn't have enough movement for that. But that is his turn. However, it is now the creature's turn, and that means all the creatures. Vivra, now with your eyes as a giant eagle, you see just the sheer size of this creature. Now that you're closer, you estimate that the size of this creature is it could be easily 1,000 feet long, maybe a little shorter. And its head size is that of, if you're trying to gauge the diameter of its face, just a quick glance, it could be anywhere from 100, maybe 200 feet across. This is a massive creature.
Point of order, would I, because polymorph changes my mental stats as well.
True.
Whereas wild shape does not. So I now have an intelligence of 8.
Yeah, you would just see big scary creature and want to avoid it. So never mind. You don't have any of that sharpness that Weaver normally does. But that is so. But through your giant, big dumb giant eagle eyes, you do see the smaller, what seems to be part of its family, brood, whatever you want to call it. They're actively attacking the bridge, and you can see the big one look right at the ship and look in your general direction. And you do see like a jet of water starting to form in its mouth. And you see a jet of water shoot out of its mouth right at the ship. At this range, it's a dexterity saving throw for the ship. The ship's dex is okay. We'll make it fun. Let's go with who haven't I had roll recently? Let's go with Austin. Roll a d20 and add +4 to it. Is he here?
Dead.
Is he dead? Austin?
He has passed.
Okay, since we're getting late, we'll go with magic. Go ahead and roll a d20 and add +4.
Add +4?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. 23.
The DC's 22 for this. The boat Ander sees it, and he just narrowly shoots out of the way of this water jet, and the water jet just shoots straight up into the air. However, well, if it's going right at the ship, at the bottom of the hull of it, so it probably would be from that angle, it'd be 20. It's a jet of water that's 50 feet across. Would it hit Arya? I think Arya is just barely out of the way. Because of the distance on it. Well... Oh, wait, sorry, that's the wrong attack. It's 20 feet across, so... Ooh, by a block, Arya is out of the jet stream. and no one else is. So the ship does get hit, glanced off of. Fuck it. I'll let you guys see how many d6 this attack is. Because I don't feel like grabbing my
Oh
d6.
boy.
Cool.
Well, that's not too bad.
So the ship takes 24 points of force damage as it gets grazed by this beam of water. That probably would have killed Arya if she would have got hit by that, or at least knocked her out. Okay, so that you see this beam of water hit the ship, and as it does, we'll go top of the order. And we'll do one last go through it, and then we'll end the session. Zane, are you just continuing to hold on?
Yeah.
Okay. Arya, you're about 40 feet above the ship. Are you just gonna try to use all your movement to get down and land on the ship?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I could do right now.
Okay, so you can use all your movement, and then you can hang on to something if you want to use your action to hang on.
Can I use my action just to do cure wounds on myself? To heal myself?
Yeah, absolutely. What level are you going to cast it?
I don't know.
You add a d8 for every level above 1.
I'll just do whatever's this one. That's it. Not doing.
Up to you.
Yeah, I have no clue. Let's see.
You can just click on the cure wounds and then choose what level you want to cast it at.
It won't let me.
I'm
clicking it. It's not letting me do anything.
The cast at will level might be tucked behind your sheet if you have it on the window. Like if you don't have it popped out.
Okay, there it is. Okay. Would level 9 be too much?
You don't have any level 9 spells, so yes.
What's my highest?
5th
5.
level at this level, yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I'll do 5.
Okay.
Are you fucking kidding?
What a shitty roll.
Yeah, I'm retiring.
Okay, so that's you get 17 points of healing.
Alright, I'm just
With a
gonna
5th level
jump
spell.
I'm just gonna jump off the ship.
Okay, well that is your turn. Weaver, you are currently about.
You said 17?
Yeah.
Yep.
You're 55 feet and about 30 feet above. So you could Giant Eagle's movement is 80 fly.
Yep.
So
Well, I think even with an intelligence of 8, I would be smart enough to recognize that ship is more safe than fucking giant Leviathan thing. So I'm gonna make my way to the ship.
okay. Yeah, so you with ease you can fly and land on the ship. As Alan sees you land, he's gonna drop the polymorph.
Okay.
And that is your turn. Ori, are you just doing the same thing? Just holding on?
Yeah.
Okay. Beep. Austin, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. Beep is going to continue holding on for dear life.
Okay. Thaddeus, what are you doing?
Do I have a bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay. One action is going to be to continue to hold on. The other action is going to be to reach into my bag and grab my bag of ball bearings and toss them over the edge. Just throw them in the air over the edge, with just the rare chance that they may act like a bunch of bullets and hit shit down.
Well, unfortunately, a bonus that you would need an action to throw, and you're using your action to hold on. So you cannot. You could grab your ball bearings out of your bag, but you can't throw them over in the rules of D&D. Because it takes an action to do both what you're trying to do.
Okay. I will ready. I will hold on and with my other action remove my bag of ball bearings.
Okay. Elka, you're top deck now. You see that the ship has slowed down completely, and you're now realize you saw a beam of water hit, and you kind of have a gist of what's going on.
Okay. I was unmuted. Okay. I don't know what to do because I don't want to jump off the boat. There's nothing for me to hit that's on the boat, right? Like
No, we're about 700 feet, 700 to 800 feet in the air.
I will just 5, 10, 15. I can't fucking see where I'm. 5, 10, 15. I'll go here, and that's it because I don't have anything to do.
Okay. All right. Well, that's your turn. Ander is gonna see Alan hovering above, and Arya's now on the boat, and he's just gonna look and nod at him, and he's just going to full throttle it. Full throttle movement speed going ahead. That's his turn. Alara, you're being held by the bunny. Anything you want to do?
He had to go.
She had to leave.
Oh, didn't realize
Yeah.
that. Okay, we'll just skip Alara then.
He threw the rat overboard.
All right.
Or he threw the rat over.
Alan's going to land. He's going to drop his wild shape. I see that. And he's going to start to cast a spell. And you're going to see him wave his hands, and you're going to see him start to do a little quicker. And you're going to see the same rainbow-like shift in the air that you saw when he was at his home. And you're going to see this orb of rainbow-like energy shoot up around, and he's going to cast Mirage Arcane. And he's going to surround the ship to make it look like nothing but sky. And as he does that, you look around and you can see out, but everything around you. And as he's doing this, it starts to change around. It takes 10 minutes to cast. So it's starting to shift around you as he's doing it. But that is his turn. And as we come to the end of it, you see this creature, you hear a roar from the creature, and you hear this grumbling growl that is just, it's deafening. And you hear like a screech, and then you feel winds start to pick up underneath the ship as this mirage is starting to be put all over the ship. And the winds start to pick up, and when you look around, Weaver, you're the only one other than... Well, Alan doesn't notice it because he's in the middle of casting his spell. You look up, Weaver, and there is a cyclone barreling down from the heavens at you. And as it's getting closer and closer to the ship, that's for tonight's session.
Can I make sure to yell something
Oh.
because otherwise I'm not going to remember.
Oh, of course. Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Then I will.
Yeah.
I will yell. The elemental has returned, and be pointing up at it.
Okay. So that's where we'll end tonight's session. That all from a natural 1, and then a really bad roll on a D8.
Who rolled the nat 1?
Squirtle.
Oh. Yeah, that checks out.
So
it probably wouldn't have been as bad if I'd have made my damn wisdom save too the first time.
yeah, you just it's how that works is that you feel a draw to join your you're infatuated with a creature and you feel a draw to join them.
Yep.
So you just jumped right off the fucking ship.
Yep. No, that's totally fair. I'm not complaining about the choice. I'm complaining about the dice roll.
Yeah, fair.
Can I just let everyone in chat know that there's now going to be some new Ori getting pissed on by rats?
Yo!
Oh my god.
You're
So look forward to that.
oh my god, we're gonna put on a t-shirt. And it's gonna
I
say
just expect it to look like the kid that used to be like pissing on shit, flipping somebody off, and it's a rat on Ori.
oh my god. I can't believe that. I can't believe you guys getting attacked by a great worm and Ori wanting to slaughter all of his church rats all happened in the same episode. That's pretty wild.
That was a hell of an episode.
Yeah.
You need to also make one with Thaddeus with a big axe in him.
Yeah, and then the shirt's gonna say "Get fucked."
Yep. I'm gonna make it so that it's gonna be Thaddeus, like we're seeing him from behind and he's looking like provocative, but then there's a big axe and tons of blood, so get a good butt shot, but still you're also getting hurt.
Let me ask you a question.
Oh, roll a d20 for damage on that.
Oddly, never mind. All right. Well, thanks for playing, guys. I'll be right back. All right, everybody. That's gonna do it. Like they said, this is a wild session. The chances of this happening literally relied on like a natural 1 on the d20. Like that was the only way that was happening. So, and then it happened. So here we are. I love this game. It's so much fun sometimes. It's just how it goes. You're absolutely right, Corgan. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all of you. We're pushing to put out more and more funny and entertaining content with this story. So hopefully today's episode, it certainly made me laugh, and it certainly made me realize, oh fuck, I thought for sure Arya was going to just get killed. 63 points of force damage is rough. So, but either way, thank you for watching. Man, they rolled a fucking great worm, dude. But here we are. We're doing this. Have a wonderful night, guys. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Peace out. Bye. Oh, and have a good Independence Day, 4th of July. If you do celebrate the birth of this country. Hopefully that's fun. But all right. Bye-bye.